Hello, I am on your screen again. It is People and Events, an inspiring and entertainment-packed news and current affairs magazine program on the NTA. I am Ogochkuka Ona, warmly welcoming you to this episode. Grab your seats, sit tight with a cup of coffee, soft drinks, water, and a bowl of small chops or popcorns handy. I'll be right back. In a vibrant display of culture and recognition of service, the ancient town of Kumo in Gombe State stood still for the turbaning of a renowned philanthropist and a political strategist. Abdullahi Ahmad Mai Agogo, a man of many titles and even more deeds, has been officially installed as the Mai Nasaran Ako, meaning the victorious one. It was by the Emir of Akko, His Royal Highness Dr. Umar Muhammad Atiku. The title is not just a label, but a recognition of a journey that began 8 years ago. Tafawa Hamza Mayo takes it over from here on the ceremony that blended royal tradition with a heart for community development.
In a colorful and historic ceremony at the palace of the Emir of Akko, His Royal Highness Dr. Umar Muhammad Atiku, the air was thick with more than just tradition. It was filled with a sense of destiny fulfilled. Alhaji Abdullahi Ahmad was taban as Mai Nasaran Akko, the victorious one of Akko. But the seeds of this title were sown 8 years ago during a visit with the daughter of the former President Muhammadu Buhari. It was then the Emir says he saw the worthy character and quite strained in Mai Agogo, deserving of the Mai Nasara title. A prophecy, it seems, that has now come to pass.
This is a very great and important occasion for us in view of the long-standing relation between this palace and the new Mai Nasara.
True to his new title, a lifelong reputation and a caregiver, Mai Nasara marked his day not with just ceremony, but with charity.
What I expect from him, he has started already. Now that he has donated a bus for the university situated in the area. So it's a very milestone achievement, and it has started showing his character and ability to assist.
We are congratulating him. We are praying for him to take this to make. You have started seeing his activities.
But who is the mind behind the title? In political cycle, he is known as Sarkin Yakin Buhari, the field marshal of the Buhari political campaign, a title that speaks to his formidable grassroots mobilization skills. His influence reaches across communities, earning him another chieftaincy title, Gado da Masun Jihar Yamma, the shield of the West, from the late Sarkin Sasa of Ibadan Alhaji Haruna Mai Yasin Katsina. A master strategist, Mai Agogo served as a key architect in the Tinubu Shetima 2023 victory, holding dual crucial roles in the campaign council.
I really appreciate so much to be given the title of Mai Nasaran Akko at Akko Emirate. And it's a joy for someone to be recognized as well and to be honored for, and which is I will not take it for granted as well. My appreciation to Akko Emirate and entire Gombe people, anywhere they are across.
As the Director General of Policy and Strategy for Kautal Pulaku, he sees this new ministry as the ultimate solution for national security and economic prosperity.
So we have to say kudos to Bola Ahmed Tinubu, our president, together with a very humble and nice and sincere to all without tribalistic where you come from. That is, the gentleman is Right Honorable James Abiodun Faleki. And whenever he say his word, he fulfill his word.
From the palace of Akko to the policy tables of Abuja, Abdullahi Ahmad Agogo has proven that true victory is won through service and strategy. As Mai Nasara, his new mission is clear: to ensure the dividends of democracy reach every corner of the community.
To another inspiring one again, where one of NTA's finest is pushing the boundaries and showing off her creative prowess as she held her 2026 solo art exhibition in Abuja. The exhibition not only brought art enthusiasts, but other distinguished guests who graced the occasion, adding top-notch steeze, class, and style. Let's see Umar, the artist behind every stroke, as Mufan Shaji Ogwanyi takes us through the arts exhibition.
Umar, a talented artist and presenter at the Nigerian Television Authority, has curated an art exhibition that showcases the vibrant culture and history of northern Nigeria. Themed Northern Horizon, the art exhibition showcases Nigeria's leaders, legacies, and landmarks as a celebration of the region's rich heritage, featuring portraits of leaders, landmarks, and traditional structures that highlight the unique identity of northern Nigeria.
Every piece of art you see here today took a lot of effort. The thought process, the everyday sleepless nights to ensure that this work, this beautiful piece, they come out the way they are.
The administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, through the Renew Hope agenda, recognizes that art and culture are the very soul of our nation. Just looking back at our heritage, we are actively investing in its future.
She has shown rare courage and commitment by pursuing her passion for the creative of arts to the highest academic level, earning a doctorate degree in the process. Dr. Umar has chosen to invest her talent and energy in a field that preserves memory, stirs reflection, and celebrates identity.
Have amazing structures. Our structures are very unique. So naturally, Hausa people like vibrancy, they like culture, they like playing around with art. So everything around us revolves art, but it is not being promoted or propagated by the media. You move around the exhibition hall, you see a lot of paintings, portraits of our leaders, you see their legacies, and then landmarks. I made sure I played around with landmarks, like the Emirates. I have like 4 paintings of our Emirates, the Bauchi Emirates, Sokoto Caliphate, Kanu Emirates, and then Zaria Emirates. So I'm going to do more Emirates because of the insecurity crisis that we have in Nigeria, you cannot even travel to go and witness all this. So to save the stress of that, I try to visualize them and picturize them so that you can have access to them.
Culture is an enabler of development. And if you look at his works here, she has been able to put together the history of Nigeria chronicled in her paintings and all of that.
She has been able to tell the stories through her own eyes. From just a mere onlooker, you will see that the paintings could actually arrest your attention.
Very proud father of Umma. And when I saw her taking the same step, without me even knowing, once she started her art, I said, God is wonderful. So I believe I'm very happy, I'm contented with what she's doing.
I want to say thank you to Umma for being resilient, for pushing through, even when it was difficult, even when she was the only one. She was alone, but she continued. And finally, we are all here to celebrate Umma today.
She has been very meticulous. She has been very careful producing her program, Visual Impressions. And what we see today is actually an extension of what she has been doing on our network service. We congratulate you. We wish you well.
Muhammad Abacha, Ahmad Nimi, Inuwa Baba, Muri Tafida, Iseyola, Aminu Dogo, Jamil Jamboy, Roni Dankabo, Haski Abdul.
TerraCube, unwrap joy, unleash taste.
Now, having attained the age of 60 and after 35 years of meritorious service to the nation and humanity, rising through the ranks to become the Director of Programs at the Federal Radio Corporation of Nigeria, FRCN, family members, friends, colleagues gathered to celebrate her life, a life of impact, and a sterling career in broadcasting as she bows out. Who am I talking about? Chineye Nwoye raised out the moments of the Thanksgiving service and reception.
That was Mrs. Nsushima Key, rededicating her life to God and appreciating him for sustained life, good health, and for seeing her through years of service to the nation.
I had a pact with God that He will lead me on this journey, and God has led me this far.
Tributes poured in for a woman whose life is said to be a testament to the values of hard work and dedication.
On one part, we are celebrating her for the wonderful things that God has done to her to see this day. And on another part, the other part of the mixed feeling is that we won't be seeing her as part of the immediate FRCN family as a servant person. But definitely, she will always be part of FRCN family.
Mrs. Key was one of the strategic persons employed by Dr. Ediro. Mrs. Key is a strategic FRCN staff.
The Radio, Television, Theatre and Art Workers Union of Nigeria, RATAO, have come to felicitate with this woman.
Giving you today an appreciation award. Director of Program FRCN, in recognition of your extraordinary dedication, your passion, your commitment towards achieving an inclusive society for persons with disability. Congratulations, ma.
A native of Boko in Benue State, Mrs. Nsushima Ki, who has not lost touch of her Tiv culture, stands out as the pillar of her family, married to Professor Emmanuel Ki, and they are blessed with children. The retired but not tired Director of Programs FRCN, Mrs. Nsushima Comfort Ki, joined the FRCN in 1996. As she bows out of service, she leaves behind a legacy of impact which will continue to inspire generations to come. This is evident with the unveiling of 2 books she authored.
There's biblical references and parables such as Moses, David, and Goliath. Everyone, including me, who is a Muslim, including I, who is a Muslim, could relate. You can relate to the book.
I strongly recommend My Germs to readers across all generations. Its message has the potential not only to transform individuals, but to contribute meaningfully to the moral rebuilding of our nation. For she's a jolly good fellow, for she's a jolly good fellow. All of us, and so say all of us. Hooray!
Strengthening family ties, honoring legacy, and promoting unity were the driving themes as the descendants of Hajia Hawau and Bako Magaji held their 2025 annual general meeting in Birnin, Kebbi. Now, in its 4th edition, the gathering has become a cherished tradition, celebrating family achievements while reinforcing values of love, support, and togetherness. Usman Abdullahi Shehu has this one put together for our viewing pleasure.
At La Equity Plaza in Birnin Kebbi, the atmosphere was filled with warmth and nostalgia as members of the extended Hawa and Bakomai Jirgi family converged for their 2025 annual general meeting and award presentation ceremony. What began in 2021 as a small initiative to connect members of the growing lineage has since evolved into a yearly tradition, with each edition reaffirming the family's commitment to unity, support, and legacy building.
I want to really thank Almighty God for witnessing this day as a historic day, the day of unity, the day of establishing a relationship between our descendants. It is a day of joy for me.
If you have the opportunity to assist, we are ready to speak.
The 2025 edition, like those before it, featured speeches, reflections, and moments of celebration, highlighted by a presentation of awards to deserving family members who have distinguished themselves in various fields. The gathering goes beyond celebration. It is about preserving heritage, sharing opportunities, and ensuring that younger generations understand the strength and history of their roots.
This is an opportunity to bring all our members and family together by the grace of Allah Almighty.
It is only through occasions like this that you get to meet people you never even knew were your relatives. Sometimes you may be closely associated with someone outside, not knowing you are from the same family. We appreciate everyone who made it to the event, and we call on everyone, whether present or not, to remain united, because strengthening family ties is part of the teaching of our religion.
Members also used the occasion to discuss key matters affecting the family, sharing memories, and explore ways to support one another socially and economically. The sentiment was clear. Family is not just about blood. It is about connection, commitment, and continuity.
Family is everything, I tell you. That's so heartwarming. Now, it's often said that life is measured by the footprints left in the sands of time. For the late Prince Daniel Nwosu, his legacies will continue to speak long after his departure. This explains the gathering of family members, friends, and well-wishers to bid him farewell as he was laid to rest. Beatrice Anyam reports that the burial ceremony held in Holy Trinity Anglican Church, Maigbo, in Wangele, local government area of Imo State, attracted the Anglican Bishop of Olu, Right Reverend Benjamin Okeke.
The funeral ceremony of late Prince Daniel Nwosu commenced with the reception of the body into the royal family compound by the traditional ruler of Amigbo Ancient Kingdom, Eze Nelson Nwosu, and his cabinet. After a brief lying in state, the deceased was conveyed to the Holy Trinity Anglican Church, Amigbo, for a funeral service. Addressing the congregation, the Anglican Bishop of Olo Diocese, Right Reverend Benjamin Okeke, enjoined those present at the service to adopt commitment to the service of God.
Which must be and where Jesus now. Independent, no argument with God, no controversy with God, speechless and helpless to withstand and we must accept God's precious body and no advocate.
The remains of late Prince Daniel Nwosu were later laid to rest in his country home after the graveside rites.
A man devoted to his family and to the service of God and humanity. An ideal father, a very humble man, a man of integrity, a very unassuming man, a man that was contented in every way.
My father-in-law was like a father to me. He was a very good man, accommodating. He was a man, I came, he welcomed me like his own daughter.
He was not just a father-in-law, but he was a dear father. Down to earth.
The traditional ruler of Amigbo, Eze Nelson Nwosu, who is also the younger brother of the deceased, described his demise as a colossal loss to the family and the entire Amigbo Ancient Kingdom.
He was the pillar, the administrator of my administration. What has happened to me is not a shock, it's a tsunami.
He dedicated his membership to God. Yes, he was one of the most reliable personalities.
Late Prince Daniel was the regent of his community, Amigbo, from 2011 to 2013, with a leadership anchored on peace, development, and youth empowerment. He was also honored as a Knight of St. Christopher in the Anglican Communion due to his commitment in the service of God. Late Prince Daniel died at the age of 83 and will be greatly missed by his wife, Patience, 5 children, numerous grandchildren, his brother, Eze Nelson Nwosu, and a host of other relations.
Emotions and cries marked the funeral of the former Executive Secretary, Teaching Service Board, the late Jacob Satio Ibala, whose demise left a huge gap in the family and an irreplaceable loss for his immediate loved ones. The burial ceremony was held at his country home in Mbata, Mbanyon, Boko local government area of Benue State. Fred Kwangege reports that the deceased is the father to Nguse Peve of NTA Kefi.
Mbata community of Mbayon in Boko local government area of Benue State was filled to the brim to honor an educationist and former executive secretary Teaching Service Board, Jacob Satio Igbala, who touched lives positively during his sojourn on earth. This solemn occasion, signaling his contributions to the community while alive, sends a powerful lesson to the living to embrace a culture of selflessness throughout one's lifetime. Resident pastor of Nkesti Oya, Demkwa Ohena, in his sermon said, both the living and the dead belong to the Lord. Therefore, informed Christians, particularly the rich in the society, to live impactful lives. He said late Igbala stood for the poor in the society.
The only thing that we take to heaven is our faith. If you have faith in God, we are okay. If you have no faith in God, we will be disgraced on the last day of judgment.
touched so many lives, and we have learned so much from him. And we hope that God will continue to bless us so that we continue to shower the light that we are known for.
For the family members, late Igbala was a true father, a philanthropist, and a community mobilizer whose legacies and good deeds will be missed.
He was a very patient man. He was kind, and he was loving and caring.
It's a big loss at this moment because I'm at a time where I needed his advice, especially I moved into leadership positions.
My father was a peaceful man. He was selfless. He loved God, and he served him until his death.
Born on the 10th of December 1948, late Igbala was a title holder of one Mimi of Bayon, translated as an honorable person. He had worked both as a physics and mathematics teacher in Bristol Secondary School before he became the principal of the same school, and later retired as the executive secretary of Teaching Service Board in 2008.
All right, this is where we call it a day on this package, and we do hope you have been inspired, entertained, and left with a lesson or two. Remember to be vigilant and stay out of trouble in any form. Bye for now. I'm Ogochukwu Ola, signing out.